Well, fuck. What's going on, Kyle? Thanks for coming back, dude. I don't know what happened. Obviously some connectivity problems. If you wouldn't mind letting everybody know from the other chat, hopefully they are able to come back. I found the panda. What's going on, Peaceful? Thank you for making it back. Hopefully it doesn't do this again, but I just have a feeling that it will, given the network circumstances. But we shall see. Thanks for being patient and bearing with me. I think so, man. Oh shit. Oh, this is one of these old school stations. Jelly Roger says first Panda was bugged. This one seems to enjoy bamboo better. I kind of miss seeing these kind of space stations. TSS, you gotta do the community events, at least the initial one, so that you can get, you know, some Quicksilver and you buy the different helmets and emotes and shit like that, you know. I've downloaded a copy of what appear to be a set of coordinates for the source of the broadcast. I should get Polo a copy of these as soon as possible. So wait, like, did I fucking complete it? Like, what just happened? Oh yeah, I've already done this before. I don't know why it... Alright, Jelly Roger says, guys, I love those events, but fuck, they're really too short, too easy. I was wondering better things when they started those. Hidden Panda, what is this community event about? This is my... Yeah, so, a couple different things. So one, Jelly Roger, no, I agree. I thought that they would be more complex and have a lot more to them. That being said, we did not have them at all, so I'm okay with what we have, just not for too much longer. I think they're really keeping them simple just because of all the bug fixes that they're doing, and I would imagine that as the game becomes more stable over time, that these events will get more and more complicated, especially with, you know, getting all the kinks worked out with the servers and whatnot. Alright, I'm going to buy a shitload of platinum so that I can make nanite clusters. This is the first space station I've come across in a while where I can buy platinum. So Kyle, the community events, basically Nada and Polo reach out to you, the space anomaly appears, they send you on a mission, you go to a specific planet through a portal. Take care, Peaceful Gamer, thank you for stopping by. You go to a specific planet through the portal that obviously other players will be at because they too will be doing the community event. You complete a series of objectives and you're awarded Quicksilver, which when you go into the space anomaly, there's a door at the very back center that you can now go through that was not available before, and through said door you can purchase with the earned Quicksilver items that you otherwise could not buy, emotes, helmets, you know, decals and things like that. So it's just stuff that you can only get if you complete the community event. So if you see people wearing a certain helmet or a certain decal at the base, you would know that that person likely completed the community event, which is kind of cool. So it's just really simple. They made the community events a little too easy. That's the only drawback to them right now. But if you notice the countdown on my screen there, bottom right, basically says, you know, 6 days until the event's over. So the events are only live for a certain period of time and then they disappear. But the events can be completed fairly quickly, but you can continue doing the objective over and over and over again, earning more and more Quicksilver, so that you can purchase whatever it is that you need. TSS says mine is bugged right now. Talk to people in Anomaly and then none of them tell me anything. Yeah, that's fucked up. Getting some audio feedback on my headset there, so I had to turn the online audio off. Alright, there's Nada and Polo. Let's see what they want. So I guess I somehow got the data that they were asking for, even though every time I went to one of those machines it kept saying failed, failed, failed. But it looks like I got what I needed, transmitted it. I guess now I'm being awarded Quicksilver. Yeah? Good. Buy him, 2,000. Let's see what I can buy. Let's see what's new. Where is this thing? There. That was a lot further away than I noticed. I noticed one thing in this, the last patch, or the last couple of patches, is that there's additional landing pads in the space anomalies and Atlas stations, which is pretty cool. First time I was thinking you can farm Quicksilver, so after I completed the first event, I saw no hex anymore, and I also wrote about I was having a bug to Hello Games. Well, Jelly Roger, did they fix the bug? That is the question. Okay, then a community event sounds like fun, like a fun thing for everybody to get in on. It really is, though. Hopefully upgrades for the ships and multi-tool and spacesuit. Yeah, man. Well, I was streaming in a party chat, TSS, but, you know, I think actually, since my, since my internet had dropped out or whatever, it was, I guess it like kicked it off. But I was in a party chat for that very reason. But thank you for that comment, because that reminded me to go back and create another party chat. And yeah, Kyle, I do agree, man. I would love to see like more customizations when it comes to the spacesuit and starships, and not just like cosmetic, but I'd love to see like actual, you know, like weapons or, you know, some other sort of thing. I gotcha. You're welcome. Hell yeah. All right. So I've got 4,000 Quicksilver. Let's see what I can buy. Baby, why are you breaking my stuff? Better get that sassiness out of here. Better quit that shit. Hey, honey, you're blocking my screen, boo. Whoa, you can buy trees. And a robotic companion. That's pretty sweet. We got evergreen tree, spindle tree, fruit tree. Okay, that's pretty damn cool. And we got some decals. Well, we finna cop these trees first and foremost. And then we'll see what I have left. Alright, got 2 G's left. We're gonna get that robotic companion for the base. And we're gonna celebrate with a new emote. These other things I can get on another round. Let's try out our new emote. Aw, snap. With the hand clap. Someone's got swag. Hey, give me 1 second, guys. I think somebody was trying to join the party chat. Let's see why they weren't able to get on. Better have a good multi-tool for me. Don't play no games. Who's that in the party chat? Oh, come on. What the hell's going on? Weak sauce. This is my favorite ship right now. I used to have that really tall, thin one, but I still have it, but for a couple different things. So My last exotic that I would mainly use was mostly geared towards warp travel. But I just made better use of the space on this one and really put on some sick weapons and a good amount of shields on there, as well as hyperdrive. It's got bigger hyperdrive bonuses. So not only can I fly further in this one, but this one is also a fighter type ship as well. So I can pretty much take on anything with this one. TSS says, I think ship customization is coming. I would hope so. That'd be really, really cool. Actual functional upgrades, 100%. Yeah, dude. Plant some trees. Get kinky with a robotic companion. Well, first things first, let's go ahead and plant a tree. What's this? Oh, it's a player. Where's the portal? There we go. Thank you, dude. Thank you. Yeah, it is an awesome ship. I do like this one. Can't believe I just made that whooshing sound with my mouth. Kind of reminds me of if it didn't have this fin on the top and the wings were longer, it'd remind me of that ship from that red ship from Cowboy Bebop. I don't know if you guys watched that, but it's a badass anime. I think Stark Wolf actually has a ship just like this one.
Been a while, bro.
Yo.
Hey, dude, it's been a long time.
What's up, Hidden?
What up, dude? What's up, dude? What you guys doing?
Cowboy Bebop, that red ship's name is Swordfish. That's pretty awesome. Uh-oh. Sorry guys, I unplugged my mic because my dogs were barking. Oh my gosh.
Bella, that's enough.
I would print out the Swordfish ship if I had a 3D printer. Hell yeah, dude. Hey, it's other people in the chat. Yeah, I don't know what happened. I unplugged my mic so that I could prevent your eardrums from busting, and then it dropped the whole chat. So hopefully they're able to jump back in. Hidden, is that you?
Yeah, dude.
Awesome, awesome. My dog started barking, and I essentially dropped out of the chat. Well, I unplugged the mic, and I accidentally dropped out of the chat, I guess. But. No dog sky. Dude, so what are you thinking of this? What are you thinking of this event, bro?
Dude, it's really weird.
It's a strange one. I got like 2,000 Quicksilver just now, and I'm not really sure what I did to get it.
Well, okay, so let me ask you, did it, like, when you went to those little tower things, did it, like, ever say fail?
Yeah,
It gave me like 3 options to choose from to, like, send a signal to, and, like, some of them, it kind of got confusing, because I was like, what am I doing? Very strange. Yeah, I mean, I did it too, but then, like, if you want to keep doing it, you have to go to, like, red, blue, or green stars to, like, find anomalous planets, and I'm in a red star now, but I don't...
Oh, so you can't do it again on the same planet. Now you've got to hop around and try to find other planets.
Hop around, yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know, that's not bad though, because I literally was just talking with the chat about you know, like how the community events need to be a little bit more difficult probably. Cal says dog barking is not a big deal. Don't think you need to unplug because of them. It's what dogs do. Yeah, it's just that my dogs, they're like 10 pounds, and like when they bark, it's very high pitched. So I just, you know, I just was trying to avoid any sort of sudden, I don't know if anybody's wearing headphones or what, but I was trying to protect your ears. Well, dude, since I got you in the chat, bro, and it's been forever since it's been me and you on the chat at the same time.
Right.
I'm about to go to your home base, bro.
You do it.
About to see what you've been working on.
Trying to pull up the video. It's like not pulling up.
Huh. You might be going to the old stream. Because the internet like cut out and dropped the first stream I did, so I had to pop it back up again.
Okay. Nope, I found it. There we go. I was on the old one.
Yep. Jelly Roger says, no problem, Kyle. Anyone confuse me with the lesser known pirate.
Pirate.
Hey guys, let me know if you're able to hear Hidden.
So I'm
Bro.
not sure if my freighter will warp.
I Superman that hoe coming out of the... You'll see it on the stream, bro, straight up, like when I came out the portal. I struck a pose. Did you see it?
Dude, no, but that community event world was pretty kick-ass.
It was, yeah. It was just a good system in general.
Mm-hmm. Had like a busted up space station.
Yep. Yeah, I'd love seeing those space stations. So Hidden, you were telling me something earlier about on the No Man's Sky website with the patch notes about stuff that they're working on, and you said customizable vehicles, and I did not get a chance to look at that, but if you could elaborate on that, what you read.
Yeah, what I read, it says that it's giving us a chance to make exocraft. That's all it pretty much says. It's giving you the ability to create an exocraft.
I wonder if we'll be able to create like a submersible, like a submarine type exo.
I wonder if we get to... I don't know, but I have a feeling that ship customization is going to be involved. Like and it says this is going to be a large update, so you know it's not just centered around making exocraft. That's not just the update. That's never been the case.
Right. All right, so which one is it that I'm going to? It's Always Sunny? Kyle, yes, dude. Apparently, Rayrod had uncovered in the game files that there's some sort of like motorcycle or speeder bike type thing that may be coming in a future update. So I agree with you 100%, dude. Like speeder bike Star Wars style, I'd be totally into that. Like 100%. That would legit be sick. And I mean, the draw distances now are so much farther than they used to be that, like, you could have a smaller, faster craft like that, and I don't think it'd really fuck up the procedural generation a whole lot. Motorcycle speeder bike would be awesome as hell. Yeah, dude. Like, imagine, like, something like the Nomad, but you see your character sitting on it. You know? And then you're, like, jumping hills and shit like that. It would just be awesome. Alright, so this is HiddenJewAgenda's home planet here. Let's see what he's been building. Apparently nothing. You're right, procedural generation is already fast for when riding in spaceships over land. Yeah, dude, it's working so much better now than it ever has been. So if there was going to be a time to add those sorts of vehicles into the game, it'd be now. It will be like riding a mini bike in 7 years to die. Or 7 days to die. How is that game? That's like the zombie sort of apocalypse game, right? Or is that the horror game where you're like getting killed? Like the hack and slash game. Yeah, it's a zombie apocalypse horde game. Guns, machetes, and bows and arrows. Dang. His base is probably in the cave below your ship. No, because his icon would be there. It's not showing his icon. It may have just not loaded up. Because it would be occupying right here. It's a lot like adult Minecraft. Huh. Pretty good, Ryder. I haven't been very active on there lately just because I've been busy with other things, but it's actually a very active community. So we've got a couple of civilizations aligned with us in the Free Delta Initiative that are located, you know, like basically in the hub space. So we've got the NMS Cafe, which is located there. We have Epic Pirates, which is located there. We have the Galactic Commerce Cooperative or something like that, and a few others. So, and then you know we've got a lot of good people in there. So it's doing pretty good. We haven't been promoting much because the initial communities or the initial civilizations that we started the hub with have just needed to get everything in order. So a lot of them had to restart because of the next update, and then some of them couldn't recover their games and everything because of the bugs and what have you. So there's been issues with that whole thing, with some bug fixes and not being able to kick it off. But as far as like our actual community chat is concerned, it's very active and people are always on there and sharing stuff and whatnot. I just haven't been able to be a part of it lately. But how's your stuff going, Ryder? You got any cool bases to show off or anything that you're working on? Okay. Ballisticola says, hello, wow, the community is on fire tonight. I guess so. What do you mean by that, Ballisticola? Is there a lot of people streaming tonight, or what's going on? Is it related to the community event, perhaps? I've got a new mega farm and I got my legacy base going. Other than that, nothing much. How have you been liking the update, Ryder? I would imagine the new base building stuff has your creative juices flowing, yeah? Seems like you can do so much more now. Come on. Am I too far still? Oh, I think that's the same kind of ship I have. It wasn't ready though. What? Is there another one? Oh, I thought I killed him. There we go. What kind of planet your base on? Oh, talking about Ryder S's base. Honestly, I'm losing interest. Losing interest in the game writer or the base building aspects? Yeah, there seems to be a lot of people on tonight. That's what's up, Ballisticola. Yeah, dude. I haven't been able to stream lately. Just one, not a reliable internet connection. Two, just living in a house with too many people. Not necessarily a bad thing, but just when it comes to streaming and sort of finding time to do things that share between all people in one household, it can get kind of frustrating. So, but yeah, this is the first time that I've been fully engaged in a while. So, but it's good to know that there's a lot of people on tonight, probably working on the community event or whatnot. But yeah, Ryder, follow up, man. Are you losing interest in the game as a whole, or just the base building aspects? I mean, honestly, there's a lot of people out there with more than 1,000 hours into the game. It's like, if people are losing interest, I completely get it. I mean, it's hard to stay interested in a game that you've put 1,000+ hours in. So, I mean, for me, I think they've added in a lot of enough new things that I'm good for a while. And as long as they keep adding things, I'll continue to be interested. But yeah, I mean, I've been playing the game, dude, since, what was it, August 2016? So a couple years ago, over 2 years ago. I mean, yeah, I don't think I've played any game for that period of time consistently, other than this one. So I myself may hit burnout status one of these days. Base is on a paradise planet with 4 people, kind of like a colony. Very cool. I'd like to start a colony type thing, honestly. Okay, let's see here. I'm at 900 almost, and not a bit bored at all. I mean, there are times, TSS, there are times where I get bored, but with the community event, with the different things that you can buy, the different customizations that you can do with your character now, I'm finding less and less reasons to be bored. But there's been a few moments in the life cycle of No Man's Sky where I've had to put it down for a week or two or a month or two, I think I played it too much, played from the start. What I used to really like doing was finding crashed ships, and I can't do that anymore. Why not? Is that not a thing anymore? I haven't really tried, so I'm not really sure, Ryder. But are crash ships not a thing anymore? Should see what I have. Not done building yet, but it's getting there. Very cool. Hidden lied to me. He told me all his bases were uploaded.
I would like to see your channel focus on Boundless.
On what?
Boundless.
Boundless. I'm not familiar with it.
It's like it's a voxel-based game with planets. It's on PlayStation.
Huh. I'm gonna have to look into that. What are some good channels that are covering it?
Every planet's a server, and it holds 100 players.
Okay, that's super cool.
You can be a hunter, trader, builder, explorer, everything you can in No Man's Sky. But the trading is way better because there's economies and there's cities. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with that, and it's something that's out right now, or it's coming out.
Yes. No, it's out already.
Damn, I need to get caught back up on all this stuff. Is Cobra or anybody covering it?
Cobra covered it. Everyone's covered it now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it's but I would really like to see you get into it, maybe.
Yeah, I'll definitely check it out. I mean, it sounds like my kind of game, so
Oh fuck, it's cool.
hell yeah. For those that don't know in the chat, this is Pop Fred. So everybody say
Hey
hi.
guys, nice to meet you. But yeah, I kind of feel like I wish they would have focused on community from the beginning, Hello Games. And, I'm glad they finally did it, but it would be cool if maybe in the future they focused, like keep focusing on the live events and everything, the community events.
Well, in the chat, we were just talking about how they need to add more difficulty to it, how they need to make it harder. Like, there needs to be...
The game itself?
No, the live events. Like, the live events are just, they're too easy. You know, or the community
I haven't
events.
even did one yet. I don't even know what they're like.
Oh, they're super easy. You can complete the objective in probably 10 minutes or so, and then you're done.
Oh.
And then you're awarded, you know, a ton of Quicksilver. There needs to be more to it, and there needs to be an emphasis on working together, I feel like, potentially. Because it's a community event, but really it's just a bunch of people in one place at the same time. But no one's working together towards a goal. But I think they're hinting at that, because if you notice in the space anomalies, they've added like 4 or 5 landing pads now. So I think that there's going to be a different focus on the community events, and I think it's going to be focused around working together, personally.
Yeah. I was very sad that there wasn't an option to raid bases. Like, on the back of the Xbox game, there's a guy shooting a base door. And I thought that was hinting towards raidable bases, but it just never came to fruition.
I mean, it would be cool. There should be some sort of like consequence, right? Like if you roll up on a player's base and try to shoot the door down and like go inside, the like sentinels should come after you or something. I mean, there should definitely be, you know,
oh yeah,
a penalty for doing it. But yeah. I mean, anything that sort of brings different, you know, different sort of play styles to the game.
I definitely get what Ryder's saying with the flame dwindling of interest and stuff.
No, I'd totally understand.
Are we gonna have to wait till next July for another big update?
See, I don't see them doing like a. See, me and Hidden have talked about this. I don't see them doing another major overhaul. What I see them doing is a lot of these little updates, because we had 1.5 and then now we're in 1.61 with like no major overhaul. So I think that's just how it's going to be from now on. They're just going to communicate features and updates to the community, and then they're just going to release updates. So I don't think that they're going to be like major overhauls. I think the framework of the game that we have right now is where they've wanted it to be and where it's going to stay for a while.
Mm-hmm. Well, we'll have to see.
Ryder says Semtex and Sword have been playing Boundless. I'm going to have to check that out. I've been out of the loop, off of YouTube, and out of the community for a while. And it looks like everybody's kind of got into this Boundless game, so I'm gonna have to look into that. Thanks for bringing it up, dude. Oh my gosh, we got Cuzwalt in the chat. Cuzwalt says, yo, Panda and everyone. What's going on, Cuz? Long time no see. Cuz, are you playing Boundless? Why don't you tell me a little bit about it if you are? And also, Cuz, just because we're on the subject, Ryder brought up a great point. You know, he said after 2 years of playing in the game, even with the updates and everything, he's just getting a little bit of burnout when it comes to No Man's Sky. Are you feeling the same way? Has anybody feeling a little bit burnt out on No Man's Sky. I mean, I would imagine after 2 years, a lot of people probably are. Guys, I got to go put some lazy frigates on their duties while listening. Mr. Bungle at max volume. Hell yeah, dude. The next update is larger and will have the ability to create exocraft. That's what Hidden was telling me, Ballisticola. He was talking to me, and he said that Hello Games had discussed that on the No Man's Sky website, and I didn't actually see that with the patch notes, so I didn't go on there and read the patch notes or anything, so, or the release notes. So I'm not really sure, but the ability to create exocraft is pretty sick. I think that's going to be a big plus for the game moving forward, as you know, as time progresses, that allow players to sort of add their flair and style into the game more than just on their character model, and that'll help keep things interesting. And I want to see some truly wild shit out there. So, Cuz Walt says I haven't played yet. I want to though. So Cuz Walt's he's into Boundless. He's been following it. Wants to give it a whack. And he says I'm taking a No Man's Sky break, but still the best game ever. No, that that both things can be true, Cuz Walt, and appreciate you sharing your opinion on that. Yeah, I think a lot of people actually, and Pop Fred was the one who originally brought it up, but I think, or no, it was actually Ryder, but I think a lot of people are feeling that 2 years in, especially people in the community, like Cuz Walt and Peaceful Gamer and Sword and Semtex, who, I mean, just the sheer amount of content and coverage and videos and live streams and stuff that they've done on the same game for the last 2 years, yeah, I'd imagine a lot of the core people in the community are kind of over it at this point, at least for now, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. It's still a great game. So, do you have any thoughts on that, Pop Fred, to sort of elaborate on kind of how people are feeling about it, or why do you think it's dwindling with some of the longtime core players?
I'm definitely not a long-time core player, but this might sound bad, but sometimes I don't even think the long-term core players know what they want. Like, I was definitely more of a PvP person right from the beginning, and like Ark Survival, I thought the PvP was going to be more like that from the beginning. And I think if there was more consequences and there was a focus on that, I think this game would be big. And like way bigger than it is now, and I don't think it would have died out right a couple months after Next like it did. And yeah. And there's a reason why PvP's big, it's because it's really fun. Like, biggest games are always going to be PvP games because that's fun. Humans are competitive, that's just our nature. And that's what we like to do.
Right.
I think.
Well, I think the main part of the community, so like whenever No Man's Sky first came out, all the people who wanted multiplayer and PvP, once they realized that it wasn't in the released game, they left, right? So when Hello Games added the ability for it, those players came back. Well, the players that stuck with the game were players that weren't so much interested in that style of gameplay, which is what drew them to to continue to play and enjoy the game that had came out. Was that it didn't have that sense of danger, and it didn't have that PvP element. So now that they've added the ability and so many people came back to play it, those people wanted the multiplayer and wanted the PvP and the combat, but the core players never did. And so I think that's always been a problem, is that sort of like you said, it's not so much that the core community doesn't know what they want. It's just that the game that they've been playing for the last 2 years has very drastically changed. And so Hello Games has been forced to implement a lot of fixes and changes into Next that make it a lot harder for people to grief and for people who are really into a PvP experience to flourish. And so then the game starts feeling, like it did before. Where everybody kind of gets together and builds bases and stuff like that. No one's really griefing and shit.
For sure. I mean, we'll see where it goes. We have till, I think they'll update it for quite a long time still.
Oh, I think so
Probably
too.
to at least the PS5 and the next generation. But I mean, we'll see.
I mean,
I really can't wait to see.
Well, I was just gonna say the game scratches an itch for me, right? Like, I'm a sci-fi freak. I'm talking Star Trek, Star Wars, Babylon 5, Battlestar Galactica. You know what I mean? I'm it's super Oblivion. Like I'm super into sci-fi. So just the very basic elements of the game. The sort of endless sci-fi exploration aspect of it has always been enough for me. Because there's something sort of therapeutic about playing No Man's Sky. And I think everybody has a different reason for liking it. Mine's very basic, so I'll always be really happy with the game from a very basic level.
Even if the people didn't want, even if they added the ability to take people's stuff in survival or permadeath, that would be cool.
Yeah.
That'd be really fun, actually. Even, it would actually make sense in permadeath, because since that person's gone, who care? They're not gonna care about their stuff. They're dead anyways.
You're talking about them
though.
dropping loot and stuff when they're killed?
Yeah, that gravestone that when you die, that pops up for everyone, not just you. You can access it as well.
That would actually be really cool.
Yeah, but again, it's really, they want to appease that fan base that they still have, and I don't even blame them for that, because that's what they want. Just because that's not what I want, because the game's not what I want. The game's not, I'm gonna admit it's not for me. Interesting coming back and talking to the community at some points like this, but have you oh sorry, can you still hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Sorry, I got real quiet.
Okay, have you met yeah, no problem. Have you met people like me in the past that just are more interested in following the game than playing the game itself? Because that's where I stand, really.
There's a lot of people like that. There's that I've met. Yeah, for example, MZK has admitted on many occasions that his initial reason for playing the game was just to make content based on the game, and sort of to find a place on YouTube, that he wasn't initially a fan of the game. And I think there's a lot of people like that. I think there's a lot of people who they're following it, they're seeing what the developments are, because there's a lot of promise that they see in the game for what they want out of it, but it's just not necessarily there yet. Now, for me, it's a complete vision. For me, third person perspective on the ship and with the character customization, the exocrafts, the different planets, unlimited base building, for all of that strikes a chord with me. So for me, it's more about playing it. I still enjoy playing the game. But yeah, there's tons of people out there who probably don't really play it much, if at all, but they still follow it or make content based on it.
For sure. Yeah. We'll see what they do. I think within a year's time, we'll see where they go with it. I hope they do the PvP thing, elaborate and build on it more, but we'll have to see. That's just one guy's opinion. Everyone wants something different from the game. And
right.
I think
What are your thoughts on Beyond Good and Evil 2? And before you answer, let me just catch up on the chat real quick.
Oh, no problem.
Let's see here. Bulliscola says, but these guys have inspired others, including me, to carry on when they're not around. Sword's still on now, actually. Very cool. I won't give up on the game. I need to take a break like Cuzwalt. Red Dead 2 is coming out, and I want to try that. Cuzwalt says, No Man's Sky is the best community ever. Met a lot of cool people, made some friends, too. Kyle says, Speeder Bike, Yahoo. Yep, exactly, dude. Speeder Bike, I can't wait to see it. I really want that super bad. No, I mean, you know, yeah. There's a lot of reasons to like No Man's Sky outside of just the game itself. I think Cuzwalt tapped on something with, you know, the whole community aspect of it. Yeah, it's a great community, a positive community. People who like No Man's Sky all are very similar in a lot of ways and have a lot of similar interests. And I think that that's been a driving factor of why the community seems to be so friendly, is because everyone seems to be so similar. But just kind of like doubling back on when I brought up Beyond Good and Evil 2, have you been following that game? And what are your thoughts, Fred?
Well, I was just searching it up when we were talking. I don't know what that is. Is that anything like the game or no?
I think that's going to be a game that you're going to like. Cobra has done a lot of really good coverage on that game, and it's worth checking out. It's going to have a lot of procedural generation aspects to it, but like there's going to be a lot of handcrafted cities and things like that as well. It's going to be a huge open world game built in the Beyond Good and Evil universe, and yeah, I'm really excited about this game.
By Ubisoft.
Yep.
They that Starlink's coming out, I think, by them too.
Yeah, what is Starlink?
It's, I don't know, it's like a No Man's Sky where you stay in your ship. That's what it... I don't like the idea that you can't get out of your ship. It reminds me of The Crew, you know that game?
Yep.
Yeah, if you're the whole US to play around in, but you just can't get out of your car, that really bugs me so much.
Right, when you can just like play Grand Theft Auto, which like you can get out and shoot people and like join races and stuff like that.
Oh, exactly. Beyond Good and Evil 2, is this coming out soon or no?
I'm not really sure. I don't think there's actually a set release date yet.
Oh, there isn't. That's sad. I've seen the trailer at a couple E3s ago, and I remember that pig character. It looks...
The pig.
Yeah.
Kyle says, okay, creativity time. What should be a good name for a speeder bike in this game? I say Landstrider. Air bike. I'm not good with coming up with names. I don't know what I would call it.
Making one of those Tron bikes would be cool.
That would be really cool. We kind of already have the mechanic for it too, with the contrails that come out of the ship, like the blue beams.
Mm-hmm.
So now we just need a bike where that shoots out the back of it.
Ubisoft still makes some good games, even though they've made a lot of bad mistakes. But everyone makes mistakes. It's just a part of life. Making games.
Oh yeah.
Some of the best creators, even rock stars, made really bad mistakes. So, are you interested in the Battle Royale craze at all, or no?
Not really. Like, I've played some Fortnite. I've played some PUBG. It's fun, but like, shooters have never really been a point of interest for me. I've never really gotten into shooters. And so, playing like a battle royale kind of thing, it's just not really my type of game. I didn't grow up like playing multiplayer games. I never really got into Call of Duty and games like that. So my interests are more geared towards like single player sort of action adventure type games. I play a lot of, you know, like Uncharted titles and, you know, Assassin's Creed and stuff like that.
The reason why I don't like investing time and money into single-player games is replay value, really. Because I'm more likely to play a multiplayer game longer than I'm going to play a single-player game. Like,
No, that's a great point. It becomes much more worth it in your pocketbook to play a game like that is sort of endless.
Like, I wouldn't be getting the next Fallout most likely if it wasn't for the multiplayer aspect. That's just where I stand. Like, everyone is different, like I said. But, no. I think what would be really cool is if, some game was, like, space-themed in, like, a Battle Royale game, but every match is procedural on a different planet, kind of thing. That would be cool, but I don't know, I think that craze is going to come to an end very shortly, more than people think, actually.
I don't know. I think it's just kind of getting heated up. What do you think about PlayStation?
Royale craze?
Yeah.
Maybe, but we've been through so many titles now. You gotta think, H1Z1 came out so many years ago. But maybe you're right. We'll see what happens.
What do you think about PlayStation? So I predicted this, and no one believed me because it just doesn't seem like something PlayStation would do. And then I recently read an article that PlayStation is providing a crossplay support for I think one of those battle royale games. So what do you think about PlayStation doing crossplay? Did you ever think it was going to happen?
Deep down, yes, because really it made them look like the Nazis of the gaming market. I think it's really sad what it evolved into. Like, I don't know. They weren't winning. There was no winning, really. Like, it just made them look bad. And I think that was just some bad marketing and just bad decision making. Because really, it didn't really get Sony anywhere by not providing it.
Well, see, the argument that people brought up to me when I talked about it was that they don't have a need to do it because they're the hottest, they're the #1 selling console. So they don't have a reason to get involved in crossplay. And my argument was that, one, like you said, it's just bad publicity. Consumer pressure is going to make them support crossplay. But also, think about this for a moment. The PS5 is going to come out one day, right? And PlayStation does not want the perception that they don't support crossplay, because Xbox is going to come out with another console at some point. PlayStation will, and Nintendo will, and so on. And there's going to be great games on PC, and PlayStation has to remain competitive. And they don't want to be outsold by Xbox. And a big selling point of Xbox right now is crossplay between PC and some Switch games. So I think that that's the main reason why they did it, is because at some point they're going to announce a PS5, and they don't want that perception to hold them back. So.
I don't know. You make me want to crack out my Xbox again, but I don't know. Black Ops always. Why am I saying Black Ops? Xbox, sorry, has always had better titles to me. I don't know why I never did get an Xbox in the first place, because they always had those open world games that I loved. Like, a lot of people don't like DayZ or like, what's that pirate game on there?
I can't remember, but I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah, that
Sea of Thieves.
Sea of Thieves, those always appealed to me, even though they didn't appeal to a lot of people. I still like those a lot. And DayZ's on Xbox already, and we don't even have that in our future yet. But I'd really hate to abandon PlayStation because I still think it's the best place to play. I just think... I don't know. I don't like talking about console wars because I don't want to get bad stuff on your channel or whatever. Like, or bring a bad name to your channel. But I think it's a really good community you've created here. I'm really impressed what you've done. Like, and yeah, I think a lot of No Man's Sky players just like that small, sturdy community, you know? I think
Right.
that's what brings a lot of people back to the game is the community rather than the game itself.
You might be right about that, actually. Yeah.
Oh, it's really cool. I can't wait to see where we are in a few months, though. I really can't wait to see.
Well, if we end up getting speeder bikes anytime soon, I know Kyle in the chat is gonna fucking freak out, which is cool as shit.
Also, I was thinking on what, yeah, I was also thinking about what you said. Remember how you talked about, how the customizable, how you can build the exocraft from the ground up is gonna be cool?
Yeah.
Well, there's games where you can only just do that. Think about it, like Scrap Mechanic on PC, it's a game built only around about building vehicles, and that game's really popular.
Can you drive the vehicles that you build?
Yeah. You gotta think, I don't do much in real life like you do. I spend my time always on this game system. Like, all I do is really play games these days, and I really think following it as heavily as I do, I think it's gonna be really cool to see that get implemented, because you never know, a weird mechanic like that might blow up the game to be huge.
Well, yeah, especially if it like allows people to create interesting races. You know what I mean? Like,
For sure. It might be like the Minecraft of building vehicles. Never know. You just never know. Did you ever think we're gonna get that ability
what's that specifically?
to build exocrafts like that? Because I'm kind of shocked. This is the first time of me hearing about that, actually.
Oh yeah, Hidden told me that Hello Games actually has it on their website. That they released it, because what they've been doing lately is they'll release an update, and then they'll in the update talk about what they're working on bringing next to the game. And one of the things that was talked about was the ability to build exocraft. So that's something that they've stated that they're working on. So yeah, that is coming.
That's very interesting, actually.
I mean, I've thought many times about what it would be like to just be able to design my own ship in the game, like ship customization, and maybe that's where it starts. It starts with exocraft customization, because you know they can probably do all that shit right now, right? But the game has to have room to grow to keep people interested. So they're probably going to release it like one feature at a time, kind of thing.
Yeah, most likely. But no, that gets me kind of excited, really.
Kyle says, freak out. Stark Wolf says, crossplay, exclamation mark. Hell yeah, dude. Crossplay is huge. I would like to see crossplay come to No Man's Sky. Like, I would love to be able to play with people in the Xbox community on No Man's Sky. And not just this game, but other games. But that's, you know, this is just the first one that I think of, obviously.
no matter how much you hate Fortnite or dislike it, I gotta give them that. They're kind of the reasons why it came out on here in the first place.
Exactly.
And not many, I know a lot of No Man's Sky fans hate Fortnite. Just because it's not their cup of tea. But I'm still gonna give them that.
Semtex and Sword, I don't know if they still do, because I haven't really tapped into the community in a while, but Semtex and Sword had a thing that they were doing for a while where they were streaming Fortnite, and they made it look like a lot of fun. I don't have that much fun when I play it, but I guess if you're playing it with cool people, you know, any game's fun, really. Because watching them play, I was like, holy shit, that game looks awesome, but when I play it, I'm bored to tears, or it's not that interesting.
Well, it sure isn't 18 quintillion planets. I've been playing on the same map for a year now. To me, that's a real buzzkill.
Oh my god, I am being hunted right now by sentinels so badly. I forget how gnarly my jetpacks are in this game. Like, I can fly so damn far. I was hoping to check out Hidden's base, but for some reason it doesn't load. It's like...
Yeah, they've got to fix that. That's ridiculous.
Yeah. Like, I've gone to his base before when he's not been there, and it's loaded up for me just fine, and then I go just now, and it didn't load up at all.
Oh, it pisses me off. I'll go to the Galactic Hub, and there's not one base in that system. What the fuck? I don't know why.
Oh, if there's
Why is
bases
that?
anywhere, it should be in the Galactic Hub.
I don't know why I'll go to the Galactic Hub's main system and there won't be one. Is that just because there's too many bases in that one system? The game can't handle it?
I mean, it's definitely possible.
That's what I'm kind of thinking. The game has always handled issues very weirdly. Like,
Well, every time I turn it on, I get a message on the bottom left that I'm not connected to the servers or I'm not connected to online. And I'm just like, but
Maybe
that's not
that's
possible. I'm seeing people run around my map. Like, there's no way that's true. Yeah.
Oh, for sure. This is Do you have an Xbox One or no?
I do, and I never play it, but I have one.
I do. I really want to play it right now, just to play Daisy.
You should. The only thing that I've actually played recently on my Xbox One, it was an Xbox 360 game called Skate 2. It's the only thing I've played on it recently. Ever since I got a PlayStation, I just haven't cared about Xbox. I don't know why.
I don't know. There's some good games coming out there.
I don't doubt it. It's not a bad system at all. It's just, for some reason, it's just... And I used to be an Xbox, like, 360 fanatic. But once I got a PlayStation, man, it was game over. That's all that existed for me.
I was with a lot of people, though, because it was the hip console.
Well, this was my first stream in a while, guys. So we're going to go ahead and call this one practice. I have work in the morning, so I think I'm going to go ahead and end it here. Hidden, sorry that you weren't able to stay on or that there was some technical problem. Probably on my end, because the stream dropped already before and then got kicked out of a party chat. So, my own party chat, no less. So next time, hopefully you're able to join. Pop Fred, it's been nice having you in the chat.
No problem.
Thanks for everybody that took time to watch. I know it's been a while since we put out any content, but I've just been busy and setting up the new place and all that kind of stuff. So I promise more is coming, more streams are coming, more videos are coming, and from myself and Hidden as well. So now that everything's in order and I've got everything set up, you guys should be seeing some more Panda with No Man's Sky and some other games. Hidden's wanting to bring Spider-Man to the channel and start streaming that. There's a lot of single-player adventure games that I want to stream. Semtech said that I kind of got him interested in the what is it called, Tomb Raider series. I did a Tomb Raider stream late one night, so I'm going to start bringing some additional games and just some playthroughs and stuff like that. So it's been cool. Kyle says, well, Panda, it was fun. Good to see you out again. You'll see some more of me, I promise. Says, see you Hidden, getting shout outs in the chat. Hope you can join us next time. And yeah, guys, it's been cool. Fred, thank you. Next time you see me on, just go ahead and join just like you did before. And we'll chat, we'll hang out, we'll play a game. I'm going to look into Boundless and consider bringing that to the channel once I learn more about it. Thank you for the tip. So. Good night, everybody.